Hey you guys, what's up? It's Christian and Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000. The zombies and the flashbacks commence in our review of Naruto 620.
But first, guys, before you check out this review, make sure and check out me and Christian's review of the first Dragon Ball Z film, Dead Zone. Me and Christian are going to be reviewing every single Dragon Ball Z movie, everything from Dead Zone to Wrath of the Dragon, in honor of the release of Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods this March. So make sure and check that out in an annotation above and a link in the description box below, and make sure to like it or we will hunt you down. Sasuke and Orochimaru are continuing to talk with the Edo Kages about what's going on. What are shinobi? What is the village? What is their importance? And, you know, the first Hokage is actually really impressed with Itachi. He's like, wow, he's a really badass ninja. I wish I could be just like him. And he's not really helping Sasuke's case at all here. But still, it starts to move along here. Tobirama is starting to get really pissed off because they find out that Madara has actually been revived. He's alive on the battlefield, and he's fucking up the entire ninja world. And he's like, we gotta do something about this. The third Hokage, he's all, like, super powered up and everything. He's like, fuck it. We can't talk anymore. We gotta go. And Tobirama actually tries to leave the room. He's getting ready to, like, blow the wall away, and he all of a sudden is stopped by Orochimaru, and there's a big reason for this. Now that he's inhabited the body of this Zetsu, he has Hashirama's cells inside of him. He's got wood inside of him, basically.
It's a gay joke. One other thing to note is that the fourth actually senses Naruto in Kyuubi chakra mode. So he's like, oh, wow, they're working together. That's great. I knew they would. You know, it happens. And he's kind of the proud father moment because he never got to see that happen because his chakra dissipated whenever he was helping Naruto deal with all that during the pain fight. We also saw that Orochimaru kind of already has lost control of the first Hokage. Kind of shows how badass that guy is. And he truly is the god of the shinobi world. And then the first sits down is like, you know what, I'm going to teach Sasuke all about the history of the ninja world, because if I don't, even if we win this war, it doesn't really matter because he's going to become the next Madara. And then, bam, right into flashbacks we go.
So we've seen this clip so many times now of Madara and the first Hokage fighting, and every single time we get this flashback, we learn a little bit more about what's going on in this fight. At first it seemed kind of underwhelming, then they started getting weapons. Now they got all these giant fucking monsters fighting each other and everything. We got the Kyuubi who's attacking him with a beast ball, and you got that big old Gonzo wood dragon that's attacking from the first Hokage. And what's really cool here is he actually creates this sort of like giant wooden figure that has this giant hand that comes out, and it actually grabs the beast ball, and it's getting ready to slam this thing right into Madara, but Madara summons his giant Susanoo, and that's pretty much the end of the chapter. But it's still a really cool final panel. You know, you get this really huge page, you got these two monster things fighting, you got the Kyuubi in one corner. It's really epic, and it's really cool.
There's a Susanoo there too. I'm not even sure if you mentioned that.
Exactly. I mean, you got Susanoo and everything, and I do like the design of this really weird like creature that the first Hokage is using. You know, we've seen he's used Mokuton in a lot of cool ways. He's had the Gonzo Dragon. But it seems like this new move that he's using, it's like this just giant wood mass that he can sort of create all these different creatures and body parts from that can just extend from out of nowhere. And now you can really see why he's considered so powerful. So it was a pretty exciting chapter, and that final panel is definitely the highlight of it.
I think with this chapter, we could easily give it an 8 out of 10. It was a really solid chapter. We were finally getting to see the backstory we haven't got to see with the Madara versus the first Hokage, and it's interesting. And also, the first Hokage, his little monster that he had come up, it's not really little, it's gigantic, that grabbed the Beast Ball. It very much reminded me of the Eight Tails helping Naruto when he was fighting the Kyuubi. It's just the hands kind of look the same.
Of it,
yeah, the design's kind of the same. Very interesting, and it's definitely leading us to some backstory we have never heard before, and we're finally going to find out Madara is just pissed because he has a small penis. I don't know if it's actually going to be like that, but you get the idea. We're going to find out what really is driving Madara, and you know what's made up the ninja world and all these things that are like pretty much foundations to this series Naruto that we all read and watch and like so much. So very much looking forward to this. 8 out of 10. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. It's the best way to support Super Kami Guru. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, until next time, guys. Bye.